tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. May those who are listening to this Dharma talk stay safe and be blessed. May all human beings be happy. Dear our devotees, our meritorious friends, it is true to say that in a family, if brothers and sisters do not get along, it means they don't live in harmony. So their friendship is easily separated. Husband and wife do not get along. So their careers easily failed and their children are bearing suffering. And how about neighbors? If neighbors do not get along, so it's the cause of quarrels and dispute. And in the same line, world is not at peace. It's the cause of wars and chaos. Therefore, having a good relationship is extremely important. So today, let's talk about how to build a good relationship and harmony through 6 harmonies of the Sangha. 6 harmonies are the 6 methods of dealing with each other, from matter to spirit, from words to actions. And you know the nature of harmonies, or 6 harmonies, and its characteristics in order to cultivate our sympathy, forgiveness, comprehension, compassion, and wisdom. 6 harmonies were taught by the Buddha to the Sangha as a key to build a good relationship and peaceful life in the family and community. Even though 6 harmonies the Buddha taught to the Sangha, but also as the common principles that could be applied for religious and ordinary lives. So what are they? First harmony, to be harmonious physically. In other words, physical loving kindness. In terms of daily activities in organization, in the community, we live together. We live with others. We live together in harmony, right? In the same zone. And of course, it's not easy to live with others in harmony. Suppose that if we have to live with those who we don't like, with those who we dislike, then what happens? We get suffering. So how to deal with this problem, this matter? We need to understand. We need to sympathize their problem with our loving kindness, and we have to realize that we don't meet someone by accident. We meet them for a reason. Some will teach us the truth. Some will teach us wisdom. Some will teach us purpose, and some will teach us lesson. Once we can understand this, we know how to accept difference in personality. Because we understand that different people, we have different personalities, right? Even from my personality also different when I compare to you. And when we understand, we can't change someone. We cannot change someone, but we can change ourselves, our behaviors. And next one that you know and you learn how to treat others well, how to care, how to support, how to help others well. So it's easier to live with others in harmony in this way. So there is a story like this. There was a boy who was 10 years old. So he wanted to get money from his mom, but he didn't directly tell his mom, right? Then he thought a way how to collect money from her. He wrote a letter and listed many things as following. The first one he wrote, I help mom to make the bed, $1. I clean up after breakfast, $2. After coming home from school, I look after the baby brother, $3. And I help mom to prepare for dinner and clean up after that, $4. Totally $10. And he wrote payment deadline. Tomorrow morning. It means, early tomorrow morning. Mom should pay $10 before your child goes to school. And next morning, his mother put $10 bill on his table. And once he left to school, she turned the bag of notes over. And she wrote as following, 9 months and 10 days, pregnant, free. Hospital, baby milk, free. Cost of the school and treatment, free. In terms that could be enumerated on are free for my child. Payment deadline, mother's life. And when this boy came back from school, when he read this letter, he wrote as following, Mom, I really apologize to you. From now on, study well free, have mom free, care and take care of mom free, take care of others free, expenses to take care of mom when you get old free, everything's free, payment deadline, lifetime. So it's, mom was so surprised about him. So in this case, of course in our life, in our family when we live, and when we live in the group or in the community, we have to challenge different situations, different issues, and how we can deal with it. We should deal with it with your loving kindness, especially in this case, physical loving kindness. Second, harmony, to be harmonious verbally or verbal loving kindness. We need to abstain from false and harmful speech and practice right speech. Because someone, or even we, right? We use our words to look down upon someone, even to destroy others' life. Sometimes because of our stories, we create something as rumor, and then the spouses, they get problem because of our bad words. And we try to create rumors, gossips, and on. So someone who listen this, they get hurt from this. And many, bad consequences also from our bad words. And to, know more about this, about our words, we can understand the way that talk in the way we want to be talked. And we understand the tongue has no bones, but it's enough to break the heart. Therefore, we should be careful with our words. Once they said, it could be forgiven, not forgotten. Forgiven, not forgotten. A story to show about this meaning. One monk, he's a respected monk. He came to the village, and one young man, he spoke disrespected words to this monk, and someone criticized and blamed him. Then the way he answered. Just some words, not a big issue. Then if you need, I can apologize to this monk. And when this monk heard so, he smiled and he told this young man a story. This story like this. When a young man who went to the mountain when he was a small child, and he found a bear. He took this bear to home and took care of this bear carefully with his love. And one day, when this bear invaded to the neighbor's garden, corn garden, and then this neighbor came to his home and scolded him, blamed him, and then he got angry. He used a stick to beat this bear. And then he scolded this bear like this. Animals are still animals after all. And then he put this bear away. And once he was calmed down, he knew that he was wrong, and he tried to fight this bear but couldn't. And another day, when he went to the mountain, and one tiger tried to attack him, and he couldn't run away. He couldn't run away. And then, that time, he was ready for his death. He closed his eyes. But suddenly, this time, he heard the sound of fighting, and he opened his eyes. And he saw the bear, fighting with the tiger, and tiger ran away. This is his own bear. And then he came to thank this bear, and he asked this bear, "Did it still hurt when I beat you last time? And follow me back." This bear answered, "I soon stopped hurting, but your words still hurt me, and hurt me a lot." And after telling this story to a young man, but he still couldn't understand the meaning what the monk meant. And then the monk asked him to do one thing for him. He gave to this young man many nails, and asked this man to try these nails into the tree. And when this man drove on, nails into tree, and then the monk asked him to remove them, and he took time to do it. And after that, the monk used his fingers to drop on the tree, and he said, "It's been removed, but there are deep wounds on the tree." And he advised the young man, even though, sometimes we just talk very harsh words for some purpose, sometimes, intentionally, sometimes not. But listener who hear this get hurt. Later, if you, apologize to her or him, she or he may forgive you, but not forget what did you say. So therefore, please be careful with our words. Third harmony, to be harmonious mentally. So we should not be dominated by anger, by hatred, by wrong views. And we should have in a good mood, in a happy mood. Don't try to criticize other thought. Should sympathize to others' thought. And don't generate jealousy. So it's the thing that the Buddha advised us is the important thing, how we live together, how we live with others in harmony. Because when you try to criticize others' thoughts and you always force them to follow your idea, to follow your opinion, then what happens when we stay in the family, in the group? We don't have a good decision, we don't have a common goal to follow. And we easily debate because of different views, different ideas from this. So there are small story about Zen story. You know, one Japanese Zen master, he's famous one. And normally devotees came to meet him to practice and to solve their problems. And one day there was a scholar. It means he's really good and he had a very huge knowledge. And he came to this master and he asked him about what is Zen. And this master, you know, tried to explain him. And while this master was explaining, he tried to interrupt. And he showed his ideas, his knowledge, his experience and all. And the master, he said, okay, let's enjoy a cup of tea. And then, you know, the master, he poured the tea water into the cup. Till this water, you know, fill of the cup, and even the water, you know, overflow on the table, even to the scholar's robe. And this scholar robe, you know, he said, Master, the cup is filled already. Don't pour anymore. And the master, you got it now. So please keep your cup empty before coming here to meet me. It's almost the same. Normally, we believe we have a good knowledge. We have pure knowledge. We are not ready to welcome others' ideas, others' thoughts, others' opinion. We always think we are the best. So this is a problem that we need to understand and stay humble to welcome, to listen, to sympathize others' thoughts, to live with others in harmony. And the fourth, harmony, to be harmonious in the views that we hold. Dear everyone, normally when we have a good knowledge and we still have a kind of behavior like knowledge reservation. We don't dare to share our knowledge to others. But the Buddha taught, please share your knowledge. What you have a better understanding must explain, must share in the family, your friends, group and all. Because different person, we are good at different aspects. So sharing is gaining. Because, you know, gaining knowledge is the first step to wisdom. But sharing knowledge is the first step of humanity. Sharing knowledge is the most fundamental of friendship. And it's the way you can give something without losing something. You may give this book to someone, so this book not belong to you anymore. But when you share knowledge to someone, still that knowledge belong to you and someone also understand more, right? Therefore, we need to share knowledge to others. As a torch, it is a torch that is burning, and then hundreds or thousands people bring torches to light the fire. And then they bring the burning torches to their home and use fire to cook, to light a lamp. But the first burning torch still remains intact. This first torch doesn't lose a fire. So the same way when we share our knowledge, be kind and share our knowledge with our loving kindness. And the fifth harmony, to be harmonious in the precepts that we keep. For us, monks and nuns, we have bhikkhu, bhikkhunis precept, we have monastic rules, law, and also in the same way, in the family, in the school, in the institution, in the organization, in communication, in different nations, also have different rules, different laws that when we live there, we have to follow as a common rule, as a common precept. Suppose that if your family, you have advice like this and advice like this, because your temple very far, so you can't go to the temple at 7:30 for chanting. Then you chant at home and you advise your family members to keep silent from 7:30 to 8 p.m. So for this one, while you are chanting, your children play music, then what happens? Difficult to be kind with them, right? Easily scold them. So because of this, it's just a small example, but you understand when we follow the common rules and common, precepts, make us happy. And the sixth harmony, to be harmonious in how we share requisite we receive. When we have the things like materials, possession, wealth, we need to equally share with each other. Don't because of your bias to share to someone that you love, you can share more, and someone who you don't like, you share less. It's a problem. Then the Buddha advised us to, share equally, even the family. If you share something for your children unequally, then what happens? Debate, right? Also there, and many problems, family problems, and they can't keep a good relationship between siblings. Therefore, we need to be aware about this. So, for these 6 harmonies of the Sangha as common principle that we could apply for religious and ordinary lives, to help us to have a very good or healthy relationship. And once we have a good or healthy relationship, we have lower rate of depression, anxiety, increasing opportunities for success. And we have a higher esteem. And also, sharing our problems to a good companion and overcome our difficulties, and many benefits when we have a good friend. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. So please practice 6 harmonies of the Sangha in your daily life and have a good friendship in this life. And let me conclude my Dharma talk. And may you all be blessed and protected by the 3%. And may you all be happy, healthy, prosperous, and peaceful. May the 3% bless you.